Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about one of the biggest problems English learners face, remembering new words. Have you ever learned a new word and then forgotten it after a few hours? Or maybe you want to speak in English, but you cannot find the right words in your mind. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people know basic English but struggle to expand their vocabulary. They understand words when they read or listen, but when it's time to speak, their mind goes blank. This happens because our brain forgets words that we don't use regularly. But the good news is, there are easy ways to memorize new words and make them a natural part of your daily conversation. Imagine this. You are in a conversation and you suddenly stop because you don't know the right word. You feel nervous and your confidence goes down. This is frustrating, right? But what if you had a simple method to learn and remember words effortlessly? Wouldn't it be great if English words just came to your mind naturally, without thinking too hard? That is exactly what we will teach you today. In this video, we will learn the best techniques to remember words easily and use them confidently. We will cover different methods like using words in sentences, creating associations, practicing with friends, and many more. These tips will help you not only learn new words, but also improve your overall English skills. By the end of this video, you will have powerful techniques to grow your vocabulary and become more fluent in English. So, stay with us until the end and don't forget to take notes. Let's get started. 1. Learn words in context. Have you ever tried to memorize a word and then forgotten it the next day? That's because our brain needs connections to remember things better. Imagine you are learning the word delightful. If you just read the definition, you may forget it soon. But if you use it in a real sentence, it stays longer in your memory. For example, instead of just learning delightful, say, "The weather today is delightful and I feel so happy." When you use words in real-life situations, your brain stores them for a long time. Try this. Whenever you learn a new word, think of a situation where you can use it. Make a sentence in your head or write it down. If possible, say it out loud. This will help your brain connect the word to real-life experiences, making it easier to remember. 2. Use the word immediately. Think about when you meet a new person. If you don't talk to them often, you may forget their name. The same happens with new words. To make sure you remember them, use them immediately. Try this. After learning a new word, write it in a diary, use it in a message, or say it in a conversation. For example, if you learn amazing, say, "This pizza is amazing." Your brain needs repetition to remember, so don't wait. Use it right away. Another trick is to use the word multiple times in one day. If you just learned the word incredible, try saying, "The view is incredible," then later say, "This book is incredible," and again, "What an incredible idea." The more you use it, the faster it becomes a natural part of your vocabulary. 3. Create word associations. Associations make learning fun and easy. When you connect new words with familiar things, they stick in your memory. For example, let's say you learn the word adventurous. Instead of memorizing it alone, think about a friend who loves to travel and try new things. You can say, "John is very adventurous. He loves hiking and exploring new places." Connecting words with people, places, or objects you already know makes learning faster and more effective. Another fun way to create associations is to use rhymes, sounds, or images. For example, if you learn the word gigantic, you can imagine a giant elephant. If you learn melancholy, think of a sad melody. These tricks make learning effortless and fun. 4. Use flashcards. Flashcards are a fantastic way to test yourself. Write the new word on one side and the meaning on the other. Look at the word and try to remember the meaning before checking the back. You can also add an example sentence to make it more useful. For example, if you learn generous, your flashcard can say, "Emma is generous. She always helps others." Try to review flashcards daily for better results. Digital flashcard apps like Anki and Quizlet can also help. These apps use spaced repetition to remind you of words just when you're about to forget them, helping you remember them long term. 5. Watch and listen in English. Did you know that children learn languages by listening first? Watching movies, listening to English music, and following English videos helps you learn naturally. When you hear a new word, pause and write it down. Try to use it in your daily life. For example, if you hear the word fascinating in a movie, later you can say, "That documentary was fascinating." Listening helps you understand how words are used in real conversations. You can also listen to podcasts or audiobooks in English. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain will get used to new words, making them easier to remember and use later. 6. Speak with friends. Speaking is one of the best ways to remember words. Find a friend who also wants to improve their English and talk to them. Use new words in your conversations. For example, if you learned incredible, say, "This restaurant is incredible." "The food is so good." The more you use new words in conversation, the easier it will be to recall them later. 7. Read every day. Reading exposes you to new words and shows you how they are used in different sentences. Try reading books, articles, or short stories in English. Whenever you see a new word, underline it and look up its meaning. Then use it in a sentence. If you read the word peaceful in a book, you can later write, "The garden is so peaceful and quiet." This habit will improve your vocabulary over time. 8. Write a daily journal. Writing helps you remember words for a long time. Every day, write a few sentences using new words. For example, after learning cheerful, write, "Today I met a cheerful person who made everyone smile." This practice strengthens your memory and improves your writing skills at the same time. 9. Repeat words regularly. Have you ever learned a word but forgotten it after a week? This is normal because our brain forgets things we don't use. That's why repetition is important. If you learn a new word today, repeat it tomorrow, then after 3 days, and again after a week. This technique, called spaced repetition, helps store words in your long-term memory. For example, if you learn friendly, use it today in a sentence, then again in a few days. My neighbour is very friendly. Repeating words at intervals ensures you never forget them. 10. Think in English. One common mistake learners make is translating words from their native language to English. This slows you down. Instead, try thinking directly in English. For example, when you see an apple, don't think of the word in your language first. Just say apple in your mind. If you learn the word exciting, think, "Tomorrow's trip will be exciting." The more you practice thinking in English, the more natural it will become. Learning vocabulary is easy when you follow these simple techniques. Use new words in sentences, repeat them, and practice every day. The more you practice, the better you will remember. Learning a language is like building a house. Every new word is a brick that makes your English stronger and better. Now, tell us in the comments, which method do you like the most? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on learning English. See you next time.